not talking to anybody. I'm having one of those, zero zone days. I'm not gonna answer anybody. People are calling me like nonstop for the last couple days. So tired. I just got home. I finished a whole bunch of pictures today, and I just have to take a bunch of pictures tomorrow. But tonight I'm gonna actually do a bunch of writing too. The only thing anybody's talking about is this storm. My dad was like, a whole bunch of our family members are fine. Hi, official T-Flow. I'm chill today. Hi, Choose. Hi, ASF and Yarkan. What's up? What's going on? I took a bunch of pictures today, and I have 5 stories to write. So I'm gonna be like, oh my god, keep your eyes open. Ever seen that movie, that Clockwork Orange movie, where they do the test on the guy and they force his eyes to stay open while they show all the horrible things to him? Okay, sure. Yes, you can ask me something. Tonight, I'm finally going to be able to finish my second road trip video, which is going to be super fun. It's about the Canadian immigration. Okay. Hello. What's your name? Madiga? Madiga M. If you're new here, please go visit my YouTube channel. It's actually 30 minutes, and then my football team is going to be playing. Here, I'll put the link to my YouTube channel. Oops, no, I went to the wrong one. No! Ah! Okay, good. I was like, what? It was going to the wrong thing. For some reason, it opens a second You Now window whenever I'm like trying to open my YouTube window. So I'm just like, oh. So that's the link to my YouTube channel. Go visit it and please fan me up here on You Now. Or you can send me a message on Twitter. What is it? Can a person who is suffering from schizophrenia could apply for Canadian immigration? Wow, that's an interesting question. In all seriousness, you can apply, but it doesn't mean that they'll let you in. I don't think that they can discriminate against you because you have a mental issue, like a mental health issue. I don't think they can. It's a little different, the immigration system here. Like, when my parents immigrated to Canada, that was like a long, long time ago. And it's not like they were, like, it was at a time where, like, Canada is like a Commonwealth country. So, like, if you live in a country like New Zealand or Australia or England, those are all Commonwealth countries. They used to be colonies of Great Britain. So, like, my parents were British subjects when they came to Canada, so it was easier for them to get to Canada. But they had to apply like everybody else and wait. So yeah, you can apply for that. Thank you. I like this shirt. The Calgary Stampeders. Yeah, they're gonna be playing my team, my #1 team. They're #1 in the West. Mm. So you can apply, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get in. You also need, for some types of immigration, you need someone to like not vouch for you, but like sponsor you. I know it's on the news. It seems like it's like really easy to get into Canada, but it's not. It's kind of like a lie because like a lot of people who are trying to like escape the United States right now, it's really weird. They come across the border because it's really wide. And they think that there's nobody watching, but there are people watching. And I would never, ever, ever cross the border from the United States into Canada, like the wilderness border, like where there isn't a border station. First, what you're doing is illegal, it's wrong. But second, there's nobody out there. You don't know which direction to go in. You'll die of exposure. If it gets cold outside, minus 20 degrees, maybe minus 30 degrees in winter, you'll freeze to death. You'll lose your fingers. Like, I saw it on the news. These guys came from the United States. I think they were from, like, Nigeria or somewhere like that. And they lost all their fingers. They could never hold anything, and their fingers froze and fell off. My parents were from England and then the Caribbean. So, like, they came to England when they were really young from the Caribbean, and then they came to Canada. Antigua and Barbados. I'm sorry if I'm eating in front of you guys, but I just got home and I'm starving and I didn't want to eat anything super heavy before I did my workout. And I only have now 29 minutes before the football game is on. Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna do this little video on a road trip I went on last weekend. Yeah, it is kind of sad to know. A lot of people, they come from the United States, and like on the news they show it. They come to little towns that are along the border, and then people in those towns are all scared because there's strangers knocking on their door in the middle of the night. And then, so first you have to worry about like dying of exposure because there's nobody there for like 400 kilometers, so like 4 hours walking or driving or whatever, there's nobody there. Second, there's animals. So when you're on the prairies, a lot of people don't think of this and they're kind of surprised, but they're cougars or puma. Cougars they live on the prairie. They travel up to, I think it's 300 kilometers per day, and they rest at night, and they come out usually, like they don't come out, but they hunt usually at dusk and dawn. So, they blend in with tall grasses and stuff, so that I would never do that. Just like they say, don't hitchhike in Canada. Don't do that. I don't know, just apply and read over the rules properly. And if you have a legitimate reason to be in Canada, you'll get in. Right? There's lots of space. There's tons of space, right? They don't have any other choice. They might be deported. Trump is crazy. Yeah, but the thing is, like, a lot of people, they come, and then they think that it's an automatic in. They think that they can become refugees from the United States, and there's, like, a law that says that, I think it's called the Safe Third Country Law or something like that, where it says you can't, like, if your first country is the United States, you can't just immigrate to Canada after. You have to stay in the first country. There's a weird law that they're trying to abolish here in Canada. But so far that law is on the books, so you can't. So there's no point of, like, putting all that effort in without doing the research and then, finding out that, oh, shoot, I can't stay here. I'm sorry, I'm having my daily Gatorade. I know everybody else thinks it tastes like garbage. It's crazy. All the stuff that's on the news. I'm watching CNN right now until the football game comes on. I'll show you part of the football game. Anyhow, what? A former. You're from Pakistan? Okay. I know some people that came to Canada from Pakistan and Afghanistan and stuff like that. Yes. Immigration is a big topic in Canada right now. Most people are of the opinion that if you are a genuine refugee, like you're fearing flight of death, like you're afraid of dying in your home country or you're fleeing violence or something like that, most people think that you have a legitimate right to, immigrate to Canada. There's no war here. I mean, there's criminals everywhere, right? It doesn't matter what country you're in, but it's generally peaceful. But one thing that a lot of people don't No, is they think that Canada is like United States. They don't understand that everything here is taxed. The food you eat is taxed. There's like a goods and service or goods and sales, whatever it is, tax, GST. A lot of provinces have a provincial sales tax on top of that. So that's for everything that you ever buy, right? So say like you buy a car, you have to pay the government, the federal government a tax, and say if you live in a specific province like BC or something, there's a harmonized sales tax that you have to pay on top of that. And then right now there's a, like if you're a foreigner, you're not allowed to buy property without paying this super high tax as well. So I think that people don't realize that like it's expensive to live here. In our neighborhood, houses are selling for like $700,000. Okay, I saw Jared Leto's house. Did everybody else see that? In California, his house sold for like $1 million or something crazy, like 700 or $800,000. I was like, oh my god. A regular house in British Columbia in Vancouver is going for $1 million. Like a shack is going for $1 million. Yet his Jared Leto's house is $1 million. You mean to tell me I could buy a house in California, rent it out, live in a shack in Canada, and then go, I don't know, once a month to California to live in Jared Leto's house, and it would be like me buying a regular house in Canada. Why did we start talking about Canada? Like, I don't know, man. Oh. Yeah, you pay taxes on baby diapers. You pay taxes on every product that you buy. The only time you wouldn't pay taxes on something is if you say are like tax exempt, like a charity, or maybe like if you owned a business and you made less than $30,000 in that business, you don't have to collect the tax. Good image outside. I don't know if it's true or not. Trudeau being the reason. I think he's a really nice guy, actually. I don't. I'm not a liberal. I grew up as a liberal. That's what he is, Trudeau. And there's this whole romanticism thing with the fact that his father was the prime minister and he's young. And I think it was that there are a lot of people who wanted like a fresh person, like a fresh young person in government. They were sick and tired of having the old, same old people, career politicians in there. So that's why he got voted in. And because he was a teacher and an average person, like he was a school teacher and like a ski instructor at one time. Obviously, he's not an average person. His father was the Prime Minister of Canada. I was born in Canada. Yeah, I live like right near Banff, maybe like 30 minutes away from Banff. That's a national park in, like I was talking about it yesterday, in the Rocky Mountains. The funniest thing was when my half sister and her niece were here. They had never seen the mountains, and I was driving them into the mountains. It was hilarious. All of a sudden, they were like really quiet in the car. So we went from like plains to plateaus to mountains, and we went into this one valley, and I think it's called like Isle of Three Sisters or something like that. Anyhow, so we're driving through this area, and when they see the mountain starting to, I'm like, "What's that?" It's like, that's a mountain, a real mountain, not like a little half mountain with grass on it. A mountain with boulders and rocks and trees and rivers. It was hilarious. Why is English accent so perfect? I don't really know. I don't feel like I have an accent. I speak lots of languages. I speak French, English, Japanese, a little Spanish. So, not really. A lot of people who grew up in Canada and where I live, they like I didn't go to an English school when I was a kid. I went to a bilingual French school. So like the only time you ever spoke English was in English class or maybe gym class. and spoke French all the time. So a lot of people my age and who grew up in my area speak 2 languages. Oh, okay. Yeah. Je suis très bien, merci. I was reading what you were saying and I was just like, yes, that's French today. Je peux faire, je peux parler du Canada en français si tu veux. C'est un peu drôle. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot about you. I was just saying that I could speak about Canada in French if they want. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't, like, it's weird. French in Canada is a little bit different than French all over the rest of the world. Like, I learned how to speak French from some people from Belgium. Like, the teachers were from Belgium and from France. They weren't from Canada. So, yeah, it's really weird. Like, the words are different sometimes here. Like, if you're talking about a bike, like in France or Italy, they say a vélo or something like that. And then in Canada, you'd say bicyclette or whatever. I don't know. Thank you for inviting your fans, though, if you're doing it right now. Oh, I didn't even talk about photography. I wanted to talk about some of the stuff. So I have to really write a ton of news stories, a ton of them. I feel so overwhelmed, but I'm home, so I get to relax. And thank you for the links. So I get to relax, and I'm gonna do my foot bath, and I'm gonna do my face mask like I did the other day on the broadcast, which was really funny. The bright green thing. I think I took a picture, and it's on my Instagram. So go find my Instagram if you want to see it. But yeah, I took pictures of a pavilion unveiling, which was cool. And it was funny because one of the counselors was doing her speech, and she finished her speech, and it was beautiful and everything. And then the mayor went to speak, and he got to say maybe 2 words before the microphone cut out because they didn't have batteries for it. And so he had to basically yell, and then finally, near the end of his speech, they gave her a good microphone. I was like, you people are sabotaging this man. I don't think they were doing it on purpose. Hey, Faisal, thank you very much for the likes. Hi, ASF and Yarkan. Thank you for the likes as well, and thank you for the number 1. Yeah. Anyhow, so I've been using my Sigma lens again. It's still a little bit tricky. It's making this sound. I don't know if you can hear it when it's trying to focus. But I was able to take football pictures with it today. Here, let's see if I can find some good ones for you to see. Right, like high school football pictures. Right? So it works. Not as well as I would like. I think maybe I must have changed something or put it on manual, and maybe that's what it is. It needs to be locked or changed back or something. I don't know what. So I'll fiddle around with it for the next day or 2 and see if I can fix it. Maybe I need to clean it, but it's still making that sound. Yeah, I totally forgot. But I took photos of 2 different divisions of football today, and I went to this really cute thing called the Teddy Bear Picnic, where these little kids go have a picnic in the park, and it's hundreds of kids, and they have these people in, the Teletubby kind of outfits, but they're teddy bears, like the A&W bear and Winnie the Pooh, but adult size bears, and the kids go and they play with them and they sit on, and they have a picnic with them. It's crazy. They're like, oh, we have our picnic baskets. I thought, oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I took pictures of that. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture here. I literally took 200 pictures of football, so I have to just go through a bunch of them before I can show you the teddy bear picnic pictures. What did you say? Honestly, I want to salute your passion. Okay, can we capture ghost on camera? What do you mean ghost on camera? Or even spirits? Um, to do the ghost effect with a camera. Like, I don't believe in ghosts, but to do an effect where it makes it look like a ghost, all you have to do is have a camera like this, an SLR. You don't have to have this specific type, but you just need an SLR camera. And you need to be able to put your camera on a manual setting. So, oops, M for manual. And then you have to like turn it down so that the shutter speed is really slow. So it's a setting that's called bulb on Nikon cameras. So what happens is the aperture is open all the way when you press down. So it's like you go click and the camera stays open. And what happens is you walk in front of the camera and back, or just walk straight across. And then you go back to the shutter button and you close the shutter. And so that gives a ghost effect. It looks like you are just like walking with a trail behind you in front of the camera. Anyhow, so that's how you do the ghost effect on a camera. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to see if I can find it. So I put mine on manual. I'm gonna see if I can put my ISO like super low or if it lets me do it. I'm trying to get it to just jump to bulb. Oh god. Oh, there! Yay! There's the setting. Bulb. Now if I took a picture of myself like this, and then I got up and I moved, it would show kind of like a ghosty look of myself. That's how you take a picture and make it look like there's a ghost in it. I'm like a walking bug. Actually, if you look in your photography, like the book that comes with your camera, it shows you how to do that sort of stuff. It's not super complicated. All cameras basically work the exact same way. And yeah. Basically, you don't have to use manual. That's just to use like if you want to do special effects and make things look a little beautiful. It's like, you know, those people who take pictures of waterfalls and they make the water look like it's misty and it's coming over the rocks like it's mist or whatever. That's the same kind of thing. They're slowing it down so it looks like mist. And that's the bulb setting. Now let's see if I can put it back to normal. A lot of the time, I'm taking pictures and it's on like auto. That little green thing. It's on auto. Right now it's on auto, but it's like no flash. So a lot of the time I'm on auto. If I'm taking sports pictures, like football, which is fast, or hockey, which is fast, I'll put it on shutter, which is the S. And that just means you can ramp up the speed that the camera opens and closes. I think I was looking for a picture there. It was actually really nice. Normally it's like really, really cold out when I'm taking football because you're there for like 2-3 hours. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the pictures of the teddy bears. Like seriously, giant teddy bear people. Like there's Yogi Bear, there's a panda, there's a grizzly bear, there's Winnie the Pooh. Isn't that cute? Can you imagine having that when you were a kid? That'd be amazing. I would have loved that as a little kid. And yeah, I went to like a ribbon cutting thing where I took some pictures of that too. That was cool. Of this pavilion thing, which was cool. I was surprised how fast they built it. Oh, I took some video of it and I didn't even remember. Okay, hold on. See, his microphone broke? That must have ruined his voice. He's a really nice guy. I kind of hope that he runs again for election, but I don't know if he is going to. Oh, I was supposed to put these barbecue pictures up, but I forgot, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So many people turned up. I think people turn up just for the free food. Oh my gosh, I could not believe how many people turned up. And then I saw this girl who was like, I went to this career fair to take pictures of that because there were so many people there. And I saw this girl that I graduated there. I didn't recognize her at first, and after I was like, oh my gosh. It was so much fun. And yeah, I took a bunch of back to school pictures of, kids getting on the bus. You see that? Getting on the bus, going back to school, because school started last week. Well, technically on Tuesday after Labor Day. That's when school starts. Hi, 20 bucks. Thanks for becoming a fan. How many megapixels is it? Oh my god, why do you ask such difficult questions? I don't even know how many megapixels this is. I don't really think of megapixels when I think of a camera. Maybe I'll go and find the box. Okay, I will be right back. Because I actually keep things like the that. Okay, be right back. Hold on a second. I'm gonna be back. I'm getting the box. Oh, I'm back with the box. The camera came in. Okay. I don't know if I left the book in here. Usually I read through the whole book before Yeah, it's weird. I know. I keep the box. Even though I've opened it for a long time, I keep the box just in case I want to resell it or whatever. Oh, maybe I didn't put the book back in. Okay, what does it say on the box? Oops. Blah, blah, blah. It says what's in it. And the system requirements. It doesn't say anything about... Let's see. Oh, let me go to the Nikon USA site. Oops. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. It says what? There's an LCD, blah, blah, blah. Image processing sensor. 24.2 MPDX for blah, blah, blah. I'm looking. 8 more rows. Trying to read some of the features. 1080p HD video. 700 shot battery life. Oh, there. 11-point system. The ISO goes from 100 to 12,800. And it can expand to 25,600, so 25600. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's my backup camera. I think it's like six. I want to say it's like $650 or $700 for this camera. Like, I mean, just the body, not like lenses and stuff. Oh yeah, I was looking it up actually on the Nikon site. Oh, thank you for following me on Twitter. Oh, my eyes hurt so bad. I've been awake, like, somebody kept me up on the phone until like 12 o'clock. It was weird. So I was like talking, and don't laugh at this, but I was talking to somebody on the phone, and I was so tired that I passed out while I was on the phone with them. And then the phone must have hung up or something. I don't know, maybe it hangs up after like 2 hours, or I don't know what it was. But, or they hung up, or I don't know. But they called me back to wake me up. They were like outraged and I fell asleep. So I passed out. Yeah, it's not so bad actually. If you look at different Nikon cameras, the body is different. It uses like a different type of fiber. It almost looks plasticky. I mean, it's not plastic, but it looks plasticky compared to like my regular Nikon camera. It's so much lighter. I have my regular camera over there. Like this one's my regular camera. Oh, it like froze up there for a second. The D300, as you can see on the side there. So you can clearly see the bodies are different. This one's way smaller and lighter. And obviously it's way easier to understand all the buttons on the back too. Oh. Yeah, I used Canon for a couple years, but it doesn't make sense to switch back and forth if you have a Nikon camera. This is just me, but I believe that they're basically the same. You know, you can't interchange Nikon and Canon lenses. You have to get a Nikon camera. You have to get the lenses. Like, you can use Sigma or Tamron on Nikon. Like, this is a Sigma lens. It's a company that makes Sigma cameras, but they also make lenses for Nikon cameras for people who don't want to buy the super expensive Nikon lens, and it still works on this camera. So that's the camera itself. You have to buy lenses to put on top of it. Like, this is the cheapest lens that I have, and it's a 50 lens. It's like a portrait lens, like I've said before. 50mm lens. So this is just the hood. That's what the lens looks like. Put it on the hood like that. So if I tried to put a Canon lens on here, it wouldn't work. I think Nikon lenses are better. And the only reason, like, the cameras are better, the only reason why I say that is the glass is found to be better. And they have some technology with the image sensor and capabilities. Like, there's one thing about Nikon cameras, they're very, very good in low light. So what I mean is, you can be outside in the middle of the dark, and you can snap a picture, and you can take the camera and go back into Photoshop, and you can see everything. You know, like I said, with a number of pictures that you can take, the ISO goes from 100 to 12,000, which is really surprising without it being grainy. So I could turn off all the lights in here and have a candle on, and take a picture of the candle, and everything else will be pitch black, but then I can go and I can ramp up the ISO and then see all the furniture in the room and everything and still have it in detail and everything. So that's what I mean when I say that. I have been rambling here for 35 minutes, and there are 5 minutes until the football game. Somebody's sending me a message. Oh, thank you, Mediga. I see you now. Yeah, my phone's on all the time, so I can see when you send me a thing on Twitter. They're saying that if you're walking on the beach in Miami, they'll arrest you because of the hurricane. I think this reporter's name is Kyung-la. On CNN. She's in Miami Beach. Would not want that job. Where it's so windy and everything, and it's all wet and everything. You still have to do your broadcast. You can tell there's lightning behind her too, and she's outside holding a metal object in her hand, the microphone. You're gonna listen to me all day? Okay. I don't know. What else did I do today? I showed you guys a cute little pig USB that somebody gave me, which I thought was neat. Actually, I saw one of my friends, the lady who gave me the little thingy. She is like a total crazy runner. I think she runs like 13 kilometers in a day. So I was at the park and I saw her do the circle of the park 3 times. And in my mind, I thought, have I really seen this lady run around the park? Like, this is a huge park with like a lake in it. So it's a big, big thing. And she ran around it 3 times. And then after I remembered that the lady, you know, she told me, this is the park that I run in. 13 kilometers. So that's like 25 times around a lake, a park, right? Like 25 times. It was crazy. She's super fit. It's like one of my people that I look up to for advice for workout and stuff like that. It's American football. This is the team that I'm watching. The game's going to start in 5 minutes. I'll show you. Our team is like the #1 team in Western Canada right now. So I don't like watching U.S. football anymore. When I was a kid, I used to watch that. And I used to watch Manchester United. That used to be my team, my soccer team, when I was a kid. Because obviously my, you know, family's from there. Anyhow, but, yeah. It just, I don't know. I used to like Dallas, because that's where the Cowboys are from, and I used to like Green Bay, the Packers. Those were like my #1 and #2 teams when I was a kid in U.S. football. Canadian football is a little bit different. The rules are different. The size of the field is different. Number of players is different. Yeah, the rules are just a little bit different. A lot of American football players that don't play in the NFL play in the Canadian Football League. Hey, Efficiency Flow. I'm not going to dance or do anything like that today. I'm like a little bit tired. It was so hot today. The other day I thought I had heat stroke from being in the house because it was so hot. Okay, I'm going to turn. I wonder if like there's a halftime show or like a pre-game show or something like that. I'm going to turn to football. It says there's breaking news, but it's the same news over and over again about the hurricane. That's one thing about CNN. They say it's breaking news, but it's not really breaking news. And okay, so this is the Battle of Alberta. That's where I am, like I said, near Banff. But so there's 2 big cities. And there's a big rivalry between Edmonton and Calgary. So Calgary, people like that city a little bit more than Edmonton. Edmonton's the capital city, but just the way they plan the city, it's hard to get around it. Like, a lot of the street names are like, they're not names, like they're not like, you know, Anderson Drive, right? They're not something like that. They're like 136 Drive, you know, so it's hard to get around. You don't remember that something's on 136, right? Thank you. What? Thank you for inviting your 401 fans to this broadcast. Yeah. You must have done something cool. But so yeah, it's a little bit difficult to get around, and there's lots of one ways. Anyhow, so there was like um, a travel kind of like review service that talked about the best places to visit, and they gave like, I think it's called Lonely Planet. I used to watch that show where it's like a person who visits different countries, like they go to Indonesia and they talk about all the great things about Indonesia. So they did this about Alberta, and they talked about Edmonton, and they're like, it's so cold and dry, not like this place. And it was just like, oh my god. So it started up the rivalry again. And every Labor Day, which is like, it was this weekend, there's a big, big game called the Labor Day Classic, and it puts the two teams from Calgary and Edmonton against each other. Calgary won the last game. They walloped them. Yeah. And so Calgary is now going to go up against Edmonton again tonight, and we're going to beat them. We are going to beat them. I know I shouldn't, like, this guy that I work with, that's his team. So I'm just kind of like, only in terms of football. Outside of football, I'm like, hey. But when it comes to football, I'm like, ah. Oh my gosh. I have to do like 2 videos today, and like I said, I have to write a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm going to put my little beauty mask on, and I'm going to be like, for 2 hours to get a little sleep and rest. See, they're talking about it now. The talking heads are starting already. The talking heads are starting to talk about football. I think it's funny. It's just other football players talking about the football game that hasn't happened yet. I keep gaining fans every time I broadcast. That's cool. Broadcast more. I would send 400 likes, but I'm trying to save my bars who said you have Volcano. Oh, that's really nice. You don't have to do that, actually. You don't have to do that. Hi, Slumlord. Oh my god, your name is Slumlord. Oh. Slumlord, please go visit my YouTube channel and fan me up over here. Hey. Oh my god, I'm still having a really awesome week. I don't know, maybe it's something that I ate, or maybe it's too much Gatorade, or too much sugar, or something, or maybe it's because I haven't had enough sugar, or too much coffee, but I'm having a great week. So that's my YouTube channel. And please, what year? Renaming yourself? What are you going to rename yourself? I think you have a cool name. Please visit my channel. It's right there. Right by the blue nail. That's my nails. My skin is so dry. At least to me, it looks really, really dry compared to like what it looked like yesterday. I've been going like this all day because the skin feels super tight, and it is dry air. And it's probably also because I'm like, you know, washing my hands over and over and over again. Countdown hasn't started yet. I love the part where we sing "O Canada" together, and you know, before the game, everybody gets to touch their Canadian flag for a second. And yeah, anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm having another Canadian moment there. What is it? Slumlord for the win. Yeah, that's a cool name, actually. That's why I was like, hey. I'm like dancing to my own little song. I'm not gonna do any Caribbean dancing. You guys should have been here yesterday. I did the dollar wine song, you know. Was it 5 cents? 10 cent? Dollar? Oh no, it's 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Like you do like a hip thrust thing. It was so funny. Dollar, 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 dollar. I'm not gonna do it again. But yeah, it was amazing. I don't know, what else did I do today? My Fit stats for my Fitbit came in, and it was like so embarrassing. So, oh, it says I did 3 miles. What is it? Right now it's 7,000. I need to get it to 10,000, so that means I'm going to go run for 30 minutes. And I'm going to be on the bike for maybe 15 minutes or something like that. And it should be quickly at 10,000. Yeah, your name's cool. If you were going to change your name, what would you change it to? Like, if I was going to change my real name, I think I'd want to change it to something like shocking, like, my name is Green Massiah. Or like, something cool, like Black Massiah, you know, and be like, yeah, that's my real name. My real name is Black or Red, you know. Stay blessed. I hope your team has a good win. Good luck. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. It's 7 o'clock here, so I still have some hours before I pass out. Maybe I'll put some like eye drops in. Maybe that'll help my eyes don't feel so bad. You worked a double shift today? Yeah, I've been working for like 7 days and maybe, actually no, it's not 7, 8 days in a row now. So, and I have to go, well, technically I have to work tomorrow too, but it's only taking pictures tomorrow for one event. But I am going to be writing a bunch of stories, so I'm so tired. Hi, Medaga. Bye. Thank you for being in my broadcast. 24 hours this week, yes. Crazy. Oh my god, it's starting. It's starting. The football is starting. The football is starting. I'm sorry, I get so excited. Oh, this is my team. Team starting. I don't have any popcorn. I'm gonna get something to drink. Hold on, I'll be back after I drink something. I'm gonna be uploading a bunch of videos and stuff today, which is gonna be cool. I'm gonna do my hair challenge. I'm gonna do my short little video on the road trip, and the clips that I showed last night. And I'm gonna do my YouTube tutorial, like GIMP tutorial. I'm having a fresca. Oh, I think that's all the rest of the frescas that fell. Yeah, a bunch of frescoes fell out of this big container and rolled almost off into the edge of the table. It's a glass table. It's like, oh my god! So it's not technically pop, it's fresca. Sugar free. We're 65 on girls. I'm doing some restructuring of my YouTube channel, adding some really interesting stuff to it. That's what this huge binder is. It's my business binder. So that I can get organized. What's up? You broadcasted for 3 hours? That's crazy. I want to do another broadcast later on tonight of my hair challenge, but that's just after I've watched the football game. I kind of go crazy for football and hockey. The Team Canada hockey games, I'm always like, especially when, and I'm sorry to say this because I know you're American, but especially when the Canadian team beats America in hockey, I'm just like, yes! Go Canada! We are the North! Oh my gosh. Lots of people are doing, I think, Miss Masterfox Cosmic Fan, she's doing a 12-hour broadcast. You should watch her. She's my favorite YouTuber. Other than you, my favorite YouTuber. Now they're showing the Edmonton Eskimos team. Eskimos. That's the name of my rival team. They better put some oh, they got some Stampeders on. Look, look, look. That's my team. Those are my boys. Look at that. It's awesome if you go to these football games. So if you ever come to Canada, you should go watch the Stampeders or the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders in Saskatchewan and Stampeders in Alberta. And literally, they have a horse, a white horse, that they run up and down the sidelines. And at like, I don't know, I think they have it at the hockey game here. They're called the Flames. So if you're in the arena, there's a huge fireball that they set out. It was amazing. So the game has started. Run! Okay, that was good. Good job. First down. He's from Texas. Pretty sure. Just gonna turn the camera this way so I can watch the football game properly, and I can talk to you at the same time and be like, oh. Canada for the win. I think it's crazy though when people are like, oh, they come up to our prime minister and they're like, can you be our president? It's like, you would not want him to be the president with all the powers of the president. They say that we're really similar and everything, but it's not true. We don't, like, we're in a democracy, but it's not like a democracy how you think of it. We're in, like, I'm gonna lie down. We're in I think it's called a constitutional monarchy, or we have a parliament, just like how they do in England and all that. And it's a lot different to how things are done in the US. Oh, he missed the pass. Sorry. I'm gonna put away my camera. I want to lie down for a second. Put away a couple of these things. Oh, my nosy neighbors are home. I guess it's kind of dark. I turned off the lights and everything, and I turned on, like, I opened the drapes. So it looks kind of weird, but whatever. It looks like ghoulish. Okay, hold on. I was like, where's the thing? You are frozen. Well, unfortunately, I cannot guest you. I'm trying. I was making fun of your thing. I was going like this. But for some reason, it's not letting me. Still no score. Come on, interception, interception, sack, interception. Oh. Good. Sorry. Yeah, I don't see you in there. says you've been my fan since 25/08/17. What? August 25th? You mean to tell me you weren't my fan until August? Oh, there's nobody in here. We're at like the hour mark and there's like nobody here. At least we got it under 100. Hey. Go, Bo! I like that name actually. Not like B-O, but like B-E-A-U, Bo. Like beautiful, but for male. It's just like the male version of Belle. Oh, you're back! Hey, ASF and Yarkan. I'm watching football. It's on a break right now. My team is gaining. I guess I could do the little video right now while I'm trying to watch the football game, but I kind of don't want to do it in the middle of the football game. Thank you to everybody that subscribed, and thank you to everybody that fanned me up. It was really nice of you. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for capturing. What did you capture? Did you capture me good? I closed out Una and reopened it. I'm in guest queue again. Maybe it'll work now. Okay. Oh, I ruined it. I blanked.
Bow, bow, bow. Hey, it worked.
What's up?
It was my Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
It likes acting up a lot. Oh yeah, like my hair.
Wearing all of the spandex that the football players wear.
You like my hair?
Throw it! Throw the ball! Don't throw it away. Catch it! Oh! Oh, he could have. Sorry. He was like this close to catching it. And it would have been like 60 yards.
Yeah.
It was an amazing throw. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you like how my hair curls when it's long?
Oh, your hair grew?
No, my hair curls.
Oh, yeah, it
See?
looks smoother for some reason.
Huh?
Your hair looks smoother.
Yeah. I like it.
Throw it! Did he catch it? And then like 3 players just jumped on him because they're so jealous that he caught it and they got a first down. It's too bad you can't see this.
Look.
You would like it.
Look, and I can actually see the curl.
Oh, there's a game that I'm watching. Oh.
Look at that. You can actually see the
I'm
curl.
right in front of the giant TV, but I feel like I need to be right in front of it to experience it all. To be like I'm there with the players and like they can hear me if I scream at the TV.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But you like my hair like this?
Yeah, it looks nice.
I see how long my hair used to be. Don't be jealous. No. No, my hair used to be so long.
Flowing hair.
No, my hair used to be so long back then.
Oh.
I'll even show you photos on Facebook.
The thing, look, the ref had to get in there and push them apart. Now they're trying to fight. They're like banging their foreheads together, and the one guy's like, ooh, like that. To push them away. It's like, stop having a fit.
Holy
crap.
crap.
So much money just to play a game and throw a football.
I just got on my other phone. It says I have 8 messages.
Oh. You should answer
from one person.
Maybe it's something important.
No, they just wanted to hang out was all.
My sister sent me a message today to say that I needed to call my mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's important. No, she just didn't want to have to call herself. She wanted me to be the one to talk to my mom for some reason. I was like, what are you doing? Just
19 messages. 19 messages from the same person.
Oh.
Like, what the heck?
Oh, hello, ASF Yarkan. Hi. It was like I was having a little conversation with Mr. Tiflo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was weird. She called me just to like let me know that she wanted me to talk to my mom, and then after eventually she called her, so I was like, why did you call me this? Why do you want me to be the middleman? But when I was a kid, my parents would like make me follow my sister around. Like, I used to be like a real homebody. I'd like to stay home and like read and stuff when I was little. And one time, and this is when they never made me follow her again. So one time she was like, let's go for a run. And I was like, okay. I think I was like 7. And she must have been like maybe 13 or 14. So we went out for a run, and we live next to a giant reservoir lake. Like, giant. It serves as like the reservoir lake for a whole city. The biggest one. It's really beautiful, lots of fresh water, lots of like hills and blah blah blah. So we go to this park and we go for a run. And then it's 5 kilometers. And then I'm getting tired. And then the sun starts setting, and I'm like, can we turn back? And my sister's like, let's just go all the way around, not understanding that all the way around would take hours to finish. Right? You can't just go all the way around. And we had to call my parents to come pick us up along this highway on the other side of the lake because we were so exhausted we couldn't run anymore. She wanted to keep going. She thought that it could go all the way around. She didn't understand that it would take like 5 hours to run all the way around this thing, that this lake is giant and that it's attached to a river. You have to cross it. You can't just, do that. You have to cross at a bridge, Anyhow, so we ran all the way around this thing, and after that day, she forced me again to go anywhere with her. Did you miss my entire story?
Yeah, I had to kill a moth.
How do you know that moth's not going to turn into a butterfly someday?
No, because the cats were trying to eat it.
Oh.
And they were trying to tear up the whole house because of it.
And then she's starting to make some games. It's still 0-0. Okay, so the story was the reason why when I was a kid, my parents used to make me shadow my one sister all the time. It was so aggravating. She could never do anything by herself. She's my older sister. The same one who called me for no reason, just to say that she needed to talk to my mom. Anyhow, so we were little. I was like 7 years old, and she was like 14, I think, years old. Maybe not. Maybe like 13 years old. And at this time, they made me tag along with her every day. And this one day, she was like, let's go for a run. And we live near an area where there's a giant reservoir that's attached to a lake and a river. And because we were kids, she didn't understand that this thing is huge. It feeds the whole city and all the municipalities around it. So there's no running around it, right? It would take 4 or 5 hours to do that. So we set out in the middle of the day. We're like, okay, la la la, going through the neighborhood. We're running. Then we get to the lake and we start running around it. And then there's markers on the road that say like 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, whatever. So we passed a few of those. And then the sun started to set. and it started to get cold. And I was like, "Can we turn around and go back? We passed the marina and everything." And she's like, "No, we'll do the whole loop," and not understanding it's a river, right? There is no loop. Anyhow, so yeah, it's a picture of yourself.
Yeah, that's how long my hair used to be.
Oh, okay.
There's even longer. Me with short hair.
Oh, you look cute with short hair, with a buzz cut. Go back. Go back. Oh, you look good with short hair. Not that you look bad now, but I'm saying.
Look,
Oh, you had Justin Bieber hair. You
yeah.
had Justin Bieber hair. You had the.
See,
Oh, okay. That looks good.
look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had super long hair. I am jealous. I'm jealous of your flowiness.
Me in a music video. This is a music video I was in.
Okay.
I'm the one in the blue hoodie.
Oh, hey, FBO Mario. Hey, what's your name? To Demac. Oh, to Max. Hey, Marco, Lino, Margant. I'm sorry for ruining your name there.
Me and my ex.
Aww.
But
You
she
know,
cheated on me.
I wouldn't say Justin Bieber hair. I think you had Scooby hair. You remember Scooby? Was it Scooby or is it
Saggy?
Shaggy? Is it Shaggy? Scooby's
Saggy.
the dog, yeah. You had shaggy hair. Oh,
Look. I have so many photos.
well, I'm gonna get my hair braided with extensions pretty soon, just to keep everything in. Oh, you looked fierce there. You were like, ugh.
Yeah.
You were doing the thing that all guys do when you take pictures, like all baseball players do it. Give me the neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's the best one I like.
Okay, here. Let me see.
That's my favorite one.
You like your hair that long?
Ooh,
I forgot
look,
I had dill pickles in the fridge. I'm gonna go eat some pickles. I went to
look.
a farmer's thing,
Look at
and
my phone.
someone calling you?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Okay. So if you guys missed my broadcast yesterday,
Well, well, they can't call me now.
oh, if anybody else wants to guess, just get in the guest queue. So I did my face mask yesterday. Look at that. Look at what you missed. Look at what you
Well, they can't call me now.
missed. Oh. Anyhow, I had a
Or
lot of fun when I did that. I'm gonna do a short video road trip thing.
the reason why they can't call me now is because my phone died.
Seriously, somebody called me at like 11. Actually, no, it wasn't 11. It was something
Someone
crazy.
called me
It
at
was like
1 o'clock this morning.
yeah, no, but this person called me at like I think it was 10 o'clock, but they kept me up until 12 to be like la 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 la, and I was just like I'm tired. And then I told them I was tired, and then I actually did pass out. I thought maybe I'll just ignore them for a second, and then I passed out. I literally closed my eyes, and then I opened them again, and like the screen on my computer was black, and then I looked at the thing, and it was just like, oh my god, I passed out while I was talking to them. And then they called me back to make sure I was awake and to continue talking. I was
Wow.
like, who does that? Hi,
Right.
Savage. Aw, look at her. She's so cute. Look at her. She's just like a big ball of hair. I guess that's a good position. A comfortable position, weighing my leg down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking for a
How
better
you been?
picture. I'm looking for a better picture.
How you been?
Are you gonna sing now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did I show you this video of like my other sister's dog? It was like in our kitchen trying to find food.
Yeah,
It looked like a little meatball, you know? I don't know why
it
people
did. It
these
did.
dogs are cute. I don't find them cute. I think they're just like really slobbery everywhere. Look at that slobbery dog.
All the French bulldogs.
Yeah, look at that.
Want to see how
It's
big my dog used to be?
like that's what it
Oh yeah,
sounds like.
look.
What
That's
am I
how.
looking at? I see two people.
That's how long. That's me. That's
Oh,
Dragon Fairy.
okay. Yeah, I remember her in your broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hair was like super long there. You had super long bangs.
Look at them bangs.
You were like
You
a
can
main
even see it closer. I don't even know why I had my bangs that long. I was crazy.
That was your expression. Your expression was
Yeah.
I'm being tough.
Yeah.
This is me in the car going, "Oh my god, somebody's driving me and I'm afraid." from from the road trip. Oh
On the
my
road
god.
again. Oh yeah, want to see how big my dog was. Don't be jealous.
And I love these shoes so much that I bought the exact same pair. So you can see which one is nicer.
Oh
Ooh, our
dang.
team got a penalty. This is me with my hair straight. It doesn't look much different. You can see I'm not very impressed. I'm like, what? You're like,
I don't know.
oh, hey. Hi, other people who are watching. I'm sorry. If you are new here, please visit my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. I'm putting it back into the chat. Got a little distracted there.
My
Um,
bad. It was my fault.
la, la, la. I'm trying to go through some of
La
these
la
pictures.
la la la. Man, where the heck
Come back,
is
Barbie.
that photo? I'm looking for a photo on there.
Oh, this is the
I
stuff.
can't.
Okay, so like my niece made this for me. It's like a kind of like a bath salt thingy, and it looks like her. I don't want to say anything mean about it, but a kid made it. So I have to use it every now and then for like my foot bath. I don't want to like put it in the bathtub. I have this fear that if I put it in the bathtub, after my bath, I'll have like sunflower seeds or whatever the heck those seeds are all over my body. So
Yeah,
I'm
look at
like,
my handwriting.
hmm.
This is my handwriting. Hold on. Look how good that handwriting is.
I just see a texture and a white. I don't see anything.
Oh, whoops.
It's too far away.
It's my phone.
Oh.
It's my phone too.
Want to see something cool?
Yeah,
So I was at the garage getting my car fixed, and they had
yeah.
these chains on the ground, and they're like giant chains. They look like a harbor chain.
Oh, dang.
You know, like they attach to boats.
Yeah.
That's my
All
car.
right. Awesome.
And this is the engine of
All
a
right.
Jaguar that they were working on when we were there. I want to get a Jaguar. But I want to get an Aston. This is the mechanic working on it. But yeah.
This used to be my dog.
Oh, look how big it is!
It's a Great Dane.
Oh, that's cute.
It's
Is she like
my
picking up the dog?
no.
Oh, it's cute. It's like a
That's
big
standing on
scary
its
dog.
hind. That's standing on its hind legs.
Oh,
It's
that's
as tall as me.
so. This is a picture of like the area I was talking about where we ran. See that
Yeah,
big bridge is a dam where the reservoir starts. So it's all like mountainy and like bush and everything. And certainly not somewhere for a 7-year-old kid to be running.
that's when he was 1.5 years old.
What?
That's when he was 1.5 years old.
Wow. I'm still
Yeah.
kind of, well, not a puppy, but still kind of young. So here's the dog. You just saw her back before, but there she is. She's so cute. Look at that face. It's just a big fur ball, a big hair,
A big hair.
a big hair and a nose.
Big hair and a nose, so can
See,
mine and give it told. All I really know is I
you're
really
doing a
just
rap
see
about
flow.
big hair and a nose. Oh
I
my
got
gosh, she's
nose
like
hair.
she is in the backyard. She's cute.
Talking about the nose hair. I don't know. I'm going crazy.
See, she's not super big. She's big enough to be scary to
What
people,
kind
but
of dog is it?
she's a mutt. She's like a mix of I don't know what they're called. They're like um a Shih Tzu and uh they're like a
Maltese?
I think it's a not a Yorkie. What are they? The Scottish. They're a Scottish white kind of dog.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're fluffy and they look like an old man.
Oh man, my phone keeps
A Sheltie,
dying.
isn't it? Or I don't know.
My phone won't charge,
Oh,
so I can't play music.
oh,
I hate it.
oh. Oh, here. Can I make it bigger? There. There she is. You can see her better.
Yay. I can't broadcast till my phone charges.
Oh. Oh, well. Thanks very much for guesting with me. I'm
You're
kind of
welcome.
bored now. I don't have anything else to say. Maybe I can be like, Dab! Dab!
Dab on them haters.
Jake Paul, baby!
Uh, damn.
Oh
Now
my
watch me whip. Watch me meme. Watch me whip, whip. Watch me meme.
Yeah, like this is how
I,
well, you probably remember. That's how I had my hair done before. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have it redone.
I
Just like
remember
that.
that.
Yup. Yup. Oh, did
Hey,
I show you
hey.
these pictures? I went to like a dinosaur museum. Look at that. Oh, your giant teddy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be scary to like you come home one day
Hide
and find it
behind it.
still moving?
What would you do if I hid behind it and then scared the crap out of someone thinking it was alive?
That would be horrible.
Should I do it? Should I
Honestly,
do it for a
horrible.
YouTube video?
That would be the horrible prank. No,
That would
don't
be
do
a
that.
Hey, that
That would
would
be
be a
like the
pretty
stuff.
funny YouTube video though.
That would be the stuff of my nightmares. Okay.
Wouldn't you be laughing if I did a prank on someone doing that?
I would be scared. I would laugh a little, but then I'd be scared that there was like some axe murderer in this teddy bear.
But
Oh,
you knew it was me.
what happened? Oh my god, did Edmonton get 3 points? Oh my god, it's only almost the end of the first quarter. Those greenies.
It's
Ew, and then the guy spit on TV. One of the coaches, like the line, whatever they're called, the offensive coach or whatever, he spit on the field, and it's national live television. Him going, everybody saw it. That's like people who blow their nose like that. They go, and it's like, ew, ew. You see hockey players do that a lot. Okay, people, if you haven't already, please share this broadcast. I'm going to end this broadcast really soon
Oh, you
because
are?
it is an hour and 20 minutes now. See
Oh,
you later.
dang, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yes, we've
Yeah,
blah, 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 blah.
man.
I don't think it says how many like percentage I have until I get to the next level. Like it shows, but I think it was an hour again. Hour ago it said 31. So maybe once you like get off of your broadcast, it changes or something. It tells you if you level up.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh no! Oh, they made a mistake. So it said on the scoreboard that Edmonton had 3, but it was really Calgary that had 3. Ooh, they smashed into him. Oh, he got a first down. That was great when you see like
Girlfriend.
it's always great when it's like I know this is bad, but it's great when it's like not your team and like that player just sails through the air because they got like a tackle, which is horrible, and they got knocked off their feet. You're like, yes, get him, get him. Really, do you think that should
Yo,
be
what's up, Jordan Kelso?
like Kelso like that '70s show? I love that show. I love the credits to that where they're all in the car. They're like hanging out
Hey,
down
Monique.
the same old thing that we did last week. Not a thing to do. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you? We're all right. We're all right. And they go, hello, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Not much, Jordan Kelso. 4.
Duck
Are you
lips.
trying to do like duck lips?
Yeah.
I can't even do it. Okay, okay. Okay, relax the cheeks.
I can't stop laughing.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, let's try not to look at you for a second. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna cover your eyes for a minute.
Okay.
Oh my god. It worked for like 5 seconds, but then I was thinking, you're probably making a crazy face behind there.
Oh, like this?
What if you had like no lip? What if you had like the tiniest lip ever?
Oh, like this? Oh, you mean like this?
When I do that, in my mind, I think that I look like not the Crypt Keeper, but what's that? Smeagol, is it? Smeagol? Hello, my pretty. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Okay, I will actually end this broadcast. It's been fun guesting you. I'm dropping you now.
bye.
Bye.
Peace out and rock on.
Oh, like Wayne's World. I actually did watch Wayne's World last night. Wayne's World, Wayne's World, party time, excellent. I watched it last night again. So funny. I love Mike Myers. He's awesome, and he's from Toronto. But anyhow, yeah, guys, I'm going. Oh, that's really my specialty flow. Yeah, you're always fun. Um, I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you to the people who gave me likes and who shared this broadcast. If you want to reach me, like I said, you can reach me at Twitter at Monique. Here, I'm going to type it in. at Monique Massiah on Twitter. If you want to reach me on Twitter to chat, or I'm on every single day. I'm gonna put up a road trip video in a couple minutes here, so that's gonna be fun. And I just have to quickly go to the bathroom because I've been holding it for an hour and 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. I'll be on tomorrow around the same time. I have to take a picture of actually a puck drop tomorrow, like hockey puck drop, so that's gonna be cool. But like I said, I had to write a ton of stories tonight, so it's gonna be me going and like exercising my fingers as I write and type. Bye, guys. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're smiling. I hope that you don't let people get you down. I hope you dab like crazy. Okay, guys. Bye.